Minutes later, Nicky found himself surrounded by the parade crowd. What a headache. Just then, Bourne called, urging Nicky to hop on a nearby tram for an emergency ride. Nicky, 2 agents followed like they were on a leash. However, when the duo jumped on board, they didn't hear Nicky because, surprise, Bourne popped up just before the tram took off and yanked him down. They blended into the bustling subway station like magic, and after some speedy Q&A, Bourne finally figured out why he was being chased. The reason his fingerprint turned up mysteriously at the Berlin Intel deal a week ago, while he was 4,000 miles away in India. Thus, Nicky's friend Mary got shot by a mysterious assassin. Talk about being framed. Abu, Nicky, Abu, and Nicky. Subtitles translation. Nicky, Bourne suddenly remembered a past memory and couldn't help blurting out Neske's name. He grilled Nicky about when he had his first mission in Berlin. Those files must have details right. But Nicky was clueless. He was certain Bourne had never done a mission in Berlin. Hand umat at latter 3ca cyrillic 4 b so umat yakes dilla r plus or minus a circumflex is cyrillic not sign turned direct reflex quarter w o grov umat a umat acute a grov y acute o grov intel de circumflex acute letter 3 f8 a half o strict 3 o umat panat sign a umat at letter 3ca plus or minus found acute o circumflex until the letter gbd a tilde divide by pun copyright. He took Old White to the explosion site, and after some investigation, he found that one bomb could have done the trick, but there were 2 instead. Subtitles plus fingerprints left. Bourne, a top assassin, would never make such a mistake. Clearly, someone framed him deliberately. Old White frowned, asked for a redo, but as the assistant turned, Old White sent him off to his eternal lunch break. Meanwhile, Bourne kicked off his investigation into Neske's murder case. By searching news of that day, Bourne quickly found the hotel and room where Neske was killed and rushed there. He booked the room across the way, but as Bourne stepped upstairs, the front desk got hit with a wanted poster featuring his mugshot and dialed 900. Meanwhile, Bourne picked the lock to Neske's former room, and as he looked around at the familiar surroundings, his lost memories from amnesia began to surface, revealing he wasn't even notified he was there to assassinate. Bourne's wife had also checked into the hotel due to a schedule change, and to complete the mission, he had to take them both out and make it look like a suicide. Congratulations, soldier, training is over. Just then, a flurry of footsteps outside snapped Bourne out of his recollections. Peeking through the peephole, Bourne spotted SWAT surrounding his booked room. Not phased at all, he made a speedy exit. Climbing the outer pipes, he scaled the roof before the SWAT team could arrive, then his wife expertly pocketed out the back. At that moment, Old White spotted the hotel sign, tension building as he rushed back to call oil tycoon Yuri. After all, he helped Yuri snag those oil. Yuri bought oil fields near Lehigh with CIA $20. I'm a genius. Yuri became a billionaire while Old White raked in hefty kickbacks. But then, the deal was reported by Russian politician Neske, prompting Old White to order Raid to handle him. Yuri's assassin? Bourne. A month earlier, Nicky had found another Russian informant, sending an assassin to take him out during a deal, leaving Bourne's fingerprints behind. Bourne had lost his memory and became the scapegoat, but they underestimated his skills. Not only did they fail to eliminate him, but they also led him closer to the truth. Thus, Old White urged Yuri to send another assassin after Bourne, and Yuri couldn't care less. Just then, Bourne, who had just been at the hotel, appeared behind Old White, forcing him to spill all the truth. Subtitles. So is this the reason why Neske is dead? Did you kill Mary? Yes, she died the moment you entered her life. Cornered and doomed, Old White desperately tried to provoke Bourne into a violent outburst. He thought this would save him from treason, but Bourne remembered Mary's wish for him to stop killing. So he recorded their conversation, leaving a gun behind as he stealthily exited. 2 hours later, Bourne changed his passport and boarded a train to Moscow, while Nicky received a recording of their conversation sent by Bourne. After years of hiding, the truth finally surfaced, yet the CIA didn't stop hunting Bourne for more revelations. After seeing Bourne hop on a train to Moscow through surveillance videos, Nicky promptly contacted the Russian Interior Minister for capture assistance. Meanwhile, Nicky made contact with Mary's assassin, ordering her to finish Bourne for good. At this moment, he took a taxi to Neski's house, only to hear that Neski's daughter had moved to another city ages ago. Just as Bourne learned the girl's new address, the taxi abruptly took off. Bourne realized his cover was blown and quickly retreated along the riverbank path. Just as luck, he bumped into the assassin heading for the station. She quickly got out and shot Bourne in the shoulder, and the gunfire attracted police cars. Faced with the encroaching police, the assassin named her title, but the cops still restrained her while wounded Bourne seized the chance to escape. Limping into a supermarket, he casually grabbed a bundle of socks for the bleeding, then snatched a bottle of vodka and prepared for a hasty exit, but boom. Cops were right outside the door. Cool as a cucumber, Bourne took a swig of vodka before the chasing cops caught up, then snatched a taxi and sped away. The pursuing assassin caught up, driving a Hummer. Suddenly, police cars joined in a chaotic chase, and a massive brawl erupted on the narrow streets of Moscow. Bourne drove against traffic, leaving the pursuing police cars colliding with oncoming vehicles, leaving only the relentless assassin in hot pursuit. Thanks to its weight, the assassin's vehicle rammed Bourne's car repeatedly, causing the taxi to spiral out of control.